Okay, so I forgot I do have another story. Um, I used to work at a pet store in Arlington, Texas, and I noticed when I got there that because I was a manager there that some things were flying off the shelf at night. My employees tell me, yeah, there's something. This place is haunted. There's things flying off the shelves. So like pet food would fly off the shelves. And I one night I did witness it when I was alone, and I was closing the store down. And I saw this food fly off the shelf, and I pick it up and put it back. I was like, maybe it's just the AC pushing it down because it's barely on the edge. But I put it back up, and then it flew off immediately. And then ever since that night, when I worked there for about a year, and I started seeing like having experiences there. Well, one day we hired a lady there, and she was a dog trainer, and we a week goes by, we get to know her a little bit, and she told me, hey, this place, there's some weird energy here, and I go, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I mean, I don't know if you think I'm crazy or anything, but I mean, how do you feel spiritually about the supernatural and this and that? I go, well, I'm open to it, and it's okay, you can tell me, what you feel, just let me know how you feel. And she's like, well, I feel like something dark is here, and I go, you know what? I have experiences here. I've seen things fly off the shelves and stuff. She goes, no, there's something here that's angry, and there's a lot of negativity here in the store. And when I started at that store, there was a lot of negativity between the employees. There was a lot of conflict when I first got there, and I noticed it was pretty bad. So I don't know if it was the employees causing the energy or what. But she told me that she was a witch, like a white witch, like a good witch or whatever. And at the time, I didn't believe in any of that stuff, witchcraft and all that stuff. But she had a bunch of stones, and she had like a protection rings. And she had sage and all that stuff. She was like, "Hey, I really want to cleanse this store. There's something going on at this store, And at first, I laughed, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, come in and cleanse the store." So she came in, and she brought some sage, and she started putting it on the store. And that's where things got worse. And during the day, I would catch her yelling in the aisles. Like during the work hours, she'd be yelling, "You're not welcome here!" And I'm like, "Oh wait!" And I go, "Hey, you can't say that in front of customers." He's like, "There's something. He's here. He's arguing with me. He wants me to leave." And I told him I'm not going anywhere. And she and I thought, I was like, "Yeah, but you can't say that in front of the customer, so you're gonna scare them away. They're gonna think we're crazy. So she later that day, she came in, she got her phone, and she ran and knocked on my office door. She's like, "Hey, I gotta show you something on my phone." Okay. She was like, "Remember when I was yelling at the creature or whatever it is?" She described the monster, by the way, of being like a kind of like a tall, like dark figure with like shiny teeth, like yellow shiny teeth. But I can't remember exactly because this is a while back, what she described him as. But he was very tall, very big, and very intimidating, and very pissed. And she showed me her phone, and she had an image on her phone, and it was like a black and white picture, and it was an eyeball, like a person's eye. Like someone grabbed her phone and took a picture of their eyeball, and she's like, "Look at this," and I go, "What, did you take that picture or what?" And she goes, "No, I didn't." And I uh, I go, well, "Where did that come from?" She said, "I left my phone. It was turned off. It was by my training area, my station." And I go, "Okay. Um, did someone grab it? You think?" She goes, "No, they can't because it's locked. I have a special code. They can't get into my phone." And I go, "That's weird, like this." And she showed it to me again, and the eye is like it looks dead, like the stare. There's like no pupil. It's just a dead eye, and it was just very creepy. And it made my hair stand up when she showed me the picture. Um, but then she did another cleansing, and this time she had an interaction with like a dark corner of the store. It was really dark, and she was cleansing the area. And she started crying because the thing was like, I guess, really getting to her. It was making her upset, you know. I don't know what it was saying to her or whatever, but I watched her and she started crying and she was praying the sage everywhere. And then I told her, I was like, let's just go, let's just get out of here, you know. Well, the next day she quit. She quit. She's like, I can't work here anymore, you know. And, I love working with you and everybody here, but there's just too much dark energy here, you know. I can't work here. It's starting to affect me, you know, my life personally. I go, I understand, you know, but I really wish you would stay. And she goes, no, I can't, but, you know, here, I'll leave you some stones. She gave me a protection ring, and she's like, put all this stuff on, it'll keep you safe from whatever it is, you know. And I called my boss and told her she quit, you know, and she couldn't handle the negativity or the dark energy or whatever, you know. I told him the whole ghost story thing, and he didn't laugh because he told me that when he worked there, he had the same experiences, and he told me that the place was really haunted, and that he told me two stories, and he even showed me the articles when he came in one day, and he was like, yeah, a lady was murdered here, a man killed his wife here, before this building was constructed. It was like an empty building or whatever, and the guy killed his wife. I guess she cheated on him or something, and he killed her there. And then years later, there was some guys that were kidnapping women at a nearby church. They would kidnap them and drug them and rape them in the building, and that was like in the newspapers and stuff like that. He showed me the articles. I was just like, man, I was like, why did you bring me here? You know, like, do you hate me or something? You know? And he's like, well, I thought that you could handle it, you know, more or whatever. But yeah, I worked there as long as they wanted me to work there, and then I moved on to another location as a manager and to a better location. But yeah, that was my experience there.
Thank you.
Yeah.